Here we go.
Saber's thrown. Yep. Let's go. It has officially started.
All right.
Huey gets a push on the
Rabbits
Obi.
throwing me off in the sky glitch when I'm scrolling through the.
They're all kind of spread out. Oh wait, he came in with the kill on Devastator. First pick off.
Damn, man. Maybe that prediction of yours, Ninja, was right. A little bit slowed down. Maybe Splinter might
Oh wait.
actually end up being a good thing.
Uh, dang. He went for that kill, that push on another Obi, but Fierce was there to capitalize on that. Came in on the pussy,
So
and
look,
then Ajax on platform.
looks like they just traded off some kills here. So 1-for-1 so far.
Blade. Oh, that was a good choke.
With a good push there, tumbles him down. Not able to capitalize though.
Josh, take it from me. I'm muting myself.
All right. Yeah. Dev was pushed away, but manages to stay alive. Early thoughts here. Looks like CAAMEN and Huey are playing more aggro. Ajax is sitting back, waiting to come in with some good saves and pick up some chokes on distracted players.
I kind of wish the villains at this point, looks like they're all just kind of staring at the heroes. I wish that one of them would go off to the side on the hero's spawn and kind of just do kind of like a flank maneuver type deal instead of just staring at them all. And, I mean, unless you feel confident that you can win a saber throw match like that, I'd like to see a little bit more dimensions from the villains.
Yeah, good push there by Huey. Actually, really, I think it was
Ajax with that crazy sprint float choke on Fierce. That was beautiful. That was really good.
That's in a bad spot here, trying to get away from the villains, but Blade does have positioning to protect him, and he's able to get up on top of the villain spawn. Oh, and Fierce
on Huey.
Off guard. Yeah,
Yeah, really well himself a little bit there. Ajax, he's going on a tear, man. He's gotten into a little bit of a rhythm here with his Vader, picking off Blade, picking off Fierce.
Saying that was playing too passive and trying to not be, what did you call him, hot garbage?
Yeah, there you go. The score right now, by the way, is 4-2. Villains in the lead by 2 points.
It feels like more action than that. Ajax picks up another great kill on Devastator.
Ajax is flat out. He's flat out styling right now. Those Vader kills are
on this side because he hates heroes. So this is his
this is his side. He is predominantly known as a Vader character for sure. He likes playing Vader, most definitely. That could be an interesting dynamic when we go into the heroes round to see what character kind of Ajax plays and to see if he's as confident as he is right now with his Vader.
I need to get the free cam mod. I hate trying to follow the action around with just spectating this stupid spectator mode.
So I think the villain's got the right premise here in that Huey is throwing sabers on the side, giving a little bit of extra dimension. So that's not a bad move necessarily.
Ajax doing a really good job of catching
Ajax. I'm just really impressed with Ajax right now, man. I really am. He's got 4 kills in a row. He's leading the team with his Vader with some really impressive standout plays, to be honest with you. He's really shining really, really well so far in this current.
He didn't tumble him though, which is unfortunate.
Fierce and Dev actually able to pick up that kill on that Maul, so good saber throw by Dev. Blade able to get the kill on Splinter. Let's see what Ajax does here.
It was really good play by Blade to come up behind Splinter. He ignored Ajax and pushed.
Ajax made a smart move there as well, Josh, in that he typically, when you see like a 3-on-1, you typically see players kind of want to just like fight the 3-on-1, but really smart on Ajax to pull back and to always play with his team so as not to allow really quick opportunities for the other team to get really fast points like that. That you really got to be smart in those environments.
You don't want that split spawn, especially I feel like in a 2v2, it's easier to survive than you get in a 1v2, you can survive that. 3v1,
yeah,
not as fun.
So it looks like the heroes are kind of switching things up a little bit. They want to play a little bit more towards the arena. We've seen this a little bit more as of late with the 3v3 tournaments where teams are switching up kind of map environments, which is not a bad thing to do if you're feeling that you don't have a lot of rhythm. So let's see what the villains do in this new environment here if they choose to stick it towards the city.
Yeah, this is not a bad move. Ajax probably not as comfortable with his Vader ramps in the city just because of his no force background. He has played a lot of force scrims though, so perhaps not.
That's a good point that you say there, man. And actually, just as we say that, Ajax picks up another kill on Blade, but prior to that, a lot of no force players don't really have a lot of experience in the city. That's just typically not really an area that they play in. So maybe being in a different location could throw somebody like Ajax off a little bit.
Yeah,
So
and
we'll see.
you see there that the scenery change is actually pretty good idea. Oh, that was unfortunate. Fierce had Huey in a combo, but he missed the first part of it. He was able to backslash him after, pick up the kill. But Fierce used the buildings really well to stay out of Ajax choke and to avoid a couple pushes. So definitely better for survival in 3v1.
The score right now, by the way, just to update everybody, is 9-4. Villains in the lead by 5 points.
Yeah, that's not bad. I think if the heroes stay within 5 to 10 points, they definitely have a chance of at least making a comeback here.
For sure. So yeah, the villains right now, they should focus on trying to obviously extend the lead as much as they can.
Word.
Splinter, nicely done on Dev. Fierce, nicely done on Huey there. Splinter looks like he's going to try and get to that tower to get some height. He misses the jump. He's kind of in a bad spot here. Looks like he got away from it.
We have to switch to a Windu. I guess with a Vader, you would expect to see a Windu and a Ayla or Ayla, just because it takes a little bit longer to kill him with an Obi, backslash and then combo, or backslash double backslash. Do we have some commentating from Arya going on here too?
yeah, she's giving her approval.
She might have called Ajax hot garbage if I understand dog correctly.
Ajax with an amazing roll on Fierce, just not able to. Oh, he is able to finish it up. My apologies.
As soon as I say that, he didn't pick up a kill.
Yeah, Huey with a great kill as well on Blade. So this team is really, really wow. Just as I say that, DevastatoR with an impressive kill all his own on Splinter, but that becomes a 3-1 type exchange. That's something you really don't want to see on the hero's side. Is a score differential like that on an exchange.
I was gonna say we just need to keep talking bad about Ajax and then he'll play really good. It's like it's inversely related.
Yeah, no, I've been really impressed with Ajax so far. I hope he can keep up the consistency on this because he's been playing really, really well. Very impressed with his play so far.
Yeah, if you guys are tuning in and wondering why we're making fun of Ajax, because he got on and was talking about how he was triggered about Isaac and I's commentating about his performance last match we commentated for him.
I'm pretty sure Ajax, honest, I don't think he's died yet. I think he's probably got energy regain at this point. Like the dude's going crazy right now.
He loves staying alive. Like he doesn't die much. He always has really good KDs. He's avoids
the shocker of the PC community.
Bad situations.
Dang, Ninja.
Ninja just said that he is the shocker of the PC community. I don't know if you can hear him or not, so I'm just gonna.
So the interesting thing here though is that Ajax is obviously he's going off a little bit right now. So if and when he dies on this round, I wonder if he's going to be able to keep up the rhythm that he's displaying now, or if somebody else is going to pick it up for him. No, just as I say that, though, he messes up. Blade messes up. Huey with the kill. Nice.
And that's Huey just
There's
being Huey, man. That's some good support right there.
Yeah, that was just a sniping saber throw right there, Ninja. That was really, really nicely well done. You got to be really aware of what's happening to be able to make plays like that. So that's on Huey for doing a good support role right there.
he is hammering them with saber throws right now. They're giving Ajax time to heal. Ajax definitely has not died, I would imagine, because he's clinging to the health droid.
And that's honestly really important for Ajax, for his level of confidence. He probably wants to try and stay alive as much as he can with those awards that he has. Nice push by Fierce on Huey. So this is a really precarious situation now for the villains. They're a 3-on-2 environment. Really got to make sure that they stay alive so that Huey can come back in. Ajax does a smart move, goes up to the arena to get height, separating himself from the heroes.
Can we get
Good.
a score up
Yeah.
here, please?
Rabbit.
Oh, score update, Jess?
I'm 15.
It's 15-9 right now. Villains in the lead by 6 points.
15-9. Nice. So still maintaining a reasonable gap, like one that's definitely playable for the
They are
villains.
currently pausing.
Yeah, they're pausing right now.
Wonder what that's about.
I'm half HP, reconnecting to server. Okay.
What's that mean?
I'm not sure what that. Doing that twitching chat.
And Deva's having some connection issues.
You might have to leave and then be half HP again.
Deva, for scoring purposes, Deva has 2 kills, allegedly.
Splinter power nap was not the play. Was not the play. Oh
I
man.
think because there's so many people on the server too.
Yeah.
Even Tom, there's too many people.
Tom probably not even in here.
Is he?
Oh my god, Tiger.
LP Gray.
Let me do what I say.
Okay. All right.
No, I mean Tom's
This
probably
was a
AFK.
pretty good match though so far.
Yeah. I would say so, Ninja. 9-15 is pretty close score.
Mouthful over here.
Oh, I'm chewing ice, man. I'm chewing ice. All right, looks like we're back at it here.
Hey, Viking might want to leave the server too, just cause, so they don't lag.
Yeah, we're
Yeah,
trying to-
we just told Viking to leave.
Wait, did they just start again?
Yeah, they're starting
They
again.
are back live.
Alright, I got rid of Tom. I'm gonna have to pick Viking too. Oh, nope, he left. Alright.
So it looks like Ajax is maybe trying to get some angles in on Devastator, potentially. Huey kind of just chilling. Now he's going up to the tower. That's not a bad play to go up to the tower and get some height advantage.
One
Fierce
does not,
being really aggressive here.
I was gonna say, one does not assume that Vader can be a stealthy player, but Ajax somehow makes Vader a stealthy player.
Yeah.
Or a stealthy character.
Going back to that play on Fierce, I didn't like that play on. I thought that was too aggressive. It was too aggressive, and Huey was able to scout that out really well. And then Ajax was coming up from behind, so I didn't like that play from Fierce. I thought it was a little too aggressive.
Oh my.
Well, just I say that it was Ajax.
Destroy Ajax. He was not paying attention to his map. Really good push there, but Devin managed to land an aerial.
Okay, so
clean up.
just as I say that, Fierce picks it up, gets 2 quick kills, and Devastator as well gets a kill on Splinter. So the score right now is 16-12. Villains only in the lead by 4 points. So the heroes are closing the gap a little bit now.
Yeah, and I think that we're gonna see the heroes try and pick it up a little bit here. Make some moves, try and get a better position for their villain side.
I just want to say, I think Ajax might be a little nervous. I've seen a couple chokes where like he'll get somebody and he'll just either mess up his saber throw or he'll just mess up his choke. I hope it's his nerves getting to him.
Ooh,
So Ninja
great
just
error by
man,
Ajax.
but just as you say that, Ninja, Ajax gets a great kill. That was a great kill.
That's good, right?
Maybe there is a little bit of nervousness from Ajax potentially. Ninja commented that he may have missed a couple of choke kills from his perspective. Yeah, that could potentially be a factor. You know, just saying, you know, Ajax is still relatively new to the Force community, so you know, could be a factor potentially.
What's the score, Rabbit?
12-18.
12-18. Still 6-point deficit for the Heroes, and not bad. If I'm the Heroes, I'm feeling pretty good about how this side's going.
Yeah, you know, honestly, like just based off of how everything has been playing
on Huey, and Devastator's tumbled. Will they be able to capitalize? Blade's choked. Fierce manages to save him, and Heroes are fine right now. I've noticed that the Heroes spacing hasn't been as good as the villains.
Yeah, you think they're a little too grouped together type deal. Yeah. They need to kind of separate a little bit out.
Or they separate too far and aren't in saving distance.
Yeah, I tend to agree with you as well.
Tumble takes a saber throw. Huey with a really nice push to keep him alive, but he's going to get tumble for that. Takes a saber throw, maybe. That kind of lagged.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff happening in this area. Somebody's got to get some height to get some advantage on this, to get a little bit more dimensions. You know, like maybe Splinter's got to go up on that tower type deal, or even Huey. Splinter is on the tower. That's good. So they got to keep, if they're going to keep advancing in the city like this, either team needs to take advantage of these towers to give themselves a little bit of an edge to help them out.
Ajax missed a saber throw on the health droid. And then he picks up the kill on the health droid.
If I was Ajax right now, I'd be going towards that arena, on top of that arena, to put some pressure on a different side. He does, but he gets caught up a little bit, and he manages to get on the arena. That's a good spot right there. You're really sandwiching those heroes right there. That's perfect spot. So Ajax has just got to pick out his prey.
You see the spacing issue for the heroes where they're really clumped together. They're like in a pretty bad spot.
Yeah.
Blade's kind of just following around his teammates, I think, just trying to stay close, trying to be in saving distance. But I think that's ends up leaving either Deva isolated or Deva comes in trying to get close enough and then they get stuck together.
If I was the villains right now, I would use Huey or Ajax or something like that to maybe go after that Luke, you know, Devastator and Blade. You'd have to get up to that tower though, up on top of those two people to make sure that you're a little bit more successful if you choose to go that route.
Yeah.
But just as I say that, the Obi comes in from the back and now we're kind of back to just an even kind of playing field.
Yeah. Devastator is really trying to make plays here and be the aggressive player. Hasn't been able to do it as effectively as I think he would like. And I think that's mainly because Fierce is spending a lot of time babysitting Blade. And isn't able to play his game as effectively as he would like.
Ooh, that roll from Huey, my God, that was like a Matrix roll, yo. Oh my God, Huey just, oh, dude. What a massacre. Huey is just cleaning it up. Great choke by Ajax.
Yeah.
Man.
Deva actually managed to escape the initial
that man is a fucking monster.
Did you see that, Ninja? I mean,
I saw that.
Did you roll out of a saber throw?
I didn't see the part where he rolled. I saw where he got that good push behind him, and that was GG's.
With a great cleanup as well. Yeah, no, that was a really impressive run on Huey's part, to be honest with you, man. That was well done. I think the heroes now are a little thrown off the rhythm just based off of that play from Huey. I mean, really great stuff.
No, Blade just really screwed Fierce there. Fierce had actually he might not have I'm not sure. One Obi screwed another. I think it was Blade screwed Fierce. But aerialed and then got the other one
is the score. That's really impressive.
Yeah, seriously.
That streak they had earlier.
Yeah, so basically what that did though, man, is it threw off the timer the timing rather, the spawn time of the heroes a little bit to where the villains were able to capitalize on like a 3-on-1, 3-on-2 type situation.
Yeah, the
Heroes
heroes are
though seem
picking
to
up though.
go ahead, Josh.
I was gonna say they picked up too there, clean.
Yeah, yeah. They're starting to catch up a little bit here. There's this 8-point differential now. So maybe they're going to be able to regroup from that, that Huey devastation right there, which I think they're capable of. They just got to calm it down a little bit.
They're not definitely unable to successfully tumble. I think that's Huey over there.
Yeah. Yeah. I gotta say, man, that's always annoying too. Like just from a player perspective, when you're getting really good pushes in on an enemy and you're just never able to get a tumble off of them, no matter how much of a push you make on that player.
Yeah.
Man, this is really impressive so far.
You know what? You know what is sticking out to me? I'm sorry to cut you off.
No, go ahead, man.
Deva seems to be like maybe a step behind, half step behind. I think it's the NYC server messing with them.
Yeah,
he's
potentially
a West Coast player. Doesn't really play in NYC that often. I know he doesn't prefer to play in NYC.
Yeah, that is true, man. We actually on the Discord stuff, we were having a discussion about like locations and pings and things like that. And Devastator's from California. I'm also from California as well, and Jasmine is too. And her and I and Seville, I think, as well. We don't like playing in the NYC server a lot, because it just doesn't really end up working for us, most of the time. So that could be a factor as well. Man, Huey, Splinter, and they're really getting into a rhythm. This is becoming kind of I wouldn't say a massacre, but it's starting to become quite of a lead. It's 29-17 currently. Villains in the lead.
Yeah, and playing against. I guess if you're playing in a server that you're really not used to, like, I feel like it kind of can mess with you. Even just like the slightest bit of ping advantage really can mess with you, especially like blink blocking and some weird latency.
Yeah, let me check the pings honestly. Now that we're on this ping discussion, Devastator actually has 106 ping, Fierce with 48, Ajax with 96, Blade with 89, and Splinter with 56. So among the people who are playing, Devastator definitely has the highest ping. So it might be causing some issues for him, to be honest with you.
Yeah, he just seems he's not making mistakes, I don't feel like. But he just seems uncharacteristically delayed and
yeah, like just a little slower than he usually kind of is. Yeah, it's very true, man.
Might have something to do with it.
On that same token, though, I mean, Ajax does have 100 let me see. Let me check the ping again. He has 104 ping as well. So Ajax is playing with the same ping pretty much. So I mean, ping is definitely a factor, but at the same token, your skill is also a factor as well. So I mean, it is kind of a toss up at times.
And the teamwork, the chemistry, I think, is more there for Ajax team, which will mask some of those
deficiencies,
not errors, but those ping deficiency.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it is interesting because like certain players react to those pings a little bit differently than others, so it could even the smallest of details could throw a player like Devastator off, or I know it throws me off, speaking from my perspective, and it can throw Jasmine off too. So those
I would never play a match in an LA server.
there you go. All right, well, it looks like all the heroes currently are healing, taking a little bit of time to go to the healing droid. Ajax looks to be a little aggressive still, but he might be a little too aggressive. No, wow, Ajax able to, like Houdini, just pull himself out of that, and
I'm really not sure how he got out of that.
Yeah, that was like pretty miraculous. I thought those two Obies were definitely on him; they were going to get him, but he was able to get away. Splinter looks like he's going for a tower height on this one Obi. It looks like he's throwing lightsaber throws at him. What else we got going on here? Huey's in a good position. Yeah, he's in a good position to just support. It looks like this is slowing down, though, to be honest with you, man.
Yeah, do we have a score update?
Yeah. Score update. Jazz is typing it in right now. I could tell you right now though, it's 30-19. Villains in the lead.
Okay, so 11-point deficit, not horrible.
Yeah.
Still manageable, but they really can't afford any more 3-0s. Otherwise, it's
Like
gonna
you've been
really.
mentioning though, Josh, like the heroes are, I think they're just too grouped together, man. They're too close together. And usually when you see a team play like that, it indicates a level of a lack of confidence in their ability, as individuals to kind of hold their own type deal. Like
Right. And
you know,
I think what's happening is Blade is following Fierce like he's attached to him. And Deva kind of gets isolated and is left in some pretty bad situations by himself.
mhm.
Or Deva comes back in trying to keep up with the rest of them, and then they're just all in a big bunch. I think Blade isn't 100% or like feeling 100% in his confidence in the game yet. Like probably still getting up to speed, feeling a little rusty, and so
Yeah.
he's like kind of. I mean, Fierce is one of the best players currently in the game right now, and I think he's using him almost as like a security blanket. Like I need you to be close enough to save me if I make a mistake here.
Yeah, no, that's a good observation, man. I haven't really been looking too closely at Blade, but just based off of what you said, that seems to be about right, at least from what I'm seeing in this team play right now.
The OB's healing.
Can I get a score update, please?
Yeah, it's 30-20 right now, Ninja. It's Villains in the lead.
It is 30-20, guys.
Little, yeah, definitely slowing down now. I think.
Wow, Fierce with
Nice.
a great kill on Ajax, man.
Beautiful
He
area.
floated a little too long in the air there.
And picks up a swap to get some stamina back. Blade making a move for the tower, trying to get the height advantage there.
But see, it's a good thing though. So the villains are they're playing it well in the sense that when they see a team player down, they immediately back up, knowing that they have a disadvantage. So that's always a smart play to do. That's never not a bad play. Man, that would have been an easy pickup if Splinter had just thrown that saber throw a little bit more accurately on Blade, but they missed that. Yeah, see, like I was looking at Blade right there, and he just got outplayed really by Huey. He was trying to do a sprint jump to try and get a little bit more depth, to the play with the team, and then Huey just straight up pushes him back and he just tumbles. So that's just he just kind of got outplayed there. Josh, can you guys still hear me?
Yeah. So
Oh.
I'm just watching, trying to pick up.
No, you're good, man. You're good. I was just making sure.
2 bits of information. Ooh. Deva almost got up there onto that bubble, but was pushed.
Fierce tumbled. That was a great maneuver by Huey. Huey's showing up now, man. He's showing up.
He's popping off, I think.
Yeah.
Ajax might be the more flashier with his Vader kills, but man, Huey's the one that's really holding this team together. Just his ability to play situations like that perfectly. Deva couldn't go in and try and make that kill because even though he had Ajax tumbled, just because Huey was standing right there ready to pick him up if he tried.
Yeah, man. Huey's a really intelligent player. I think a lot of people kind of think of him kind of like as a support player, but I mean, he's kind of the type of player that can really play a lot of different roles just based off of what's being given to him, So, he can be really aggressive if he wants to. He can be really defensive if he wants to. He's kind of like a Swiss Army knife type deal. Yeah. So he really has a unique quality.
You have Blade Fierce, and then you have Deva all by his lonesome.
And honestly, that's not too bad of a play from Huey, because DevastatoR is very much, I would think, is very much like Huey on his own team. He has that potential and capability to be that Swiss Army knife as well. So by Huey kind of dealing him out and marking him out like that, it disallows DevastatoR to really play at his potential within his team.
What were you saying, Ninja?
I think Huey's a tank. People just don't see it.
Yeah,
Oh no, yeah,
yeah,
he
man.
was legit, man. He's really. I think
So
he's carrying this team right now.
the score update is going to be a little shocking for you guys right now. It's shocking to me to even say it, but it's 37-21 right now. The villains are really, really
Oh
picking
my,
up steam. Yeah,
7 point run.
yeah, it's a 16-point lead right now. That's pretty remarkable considering the teams that these two are. You would think that it would be a little bit more equally balanced, but um, that's not what we're seeing so far. Wow.
Went through with a really nice saber throw
Look at
too.
Huey, man. Huey's just wrecking it, dude. Ajax as well. Jesus. Yeah, this is kind of getting a little out of hand, to be honest with you.
Oh,
Man.
great play by Ajax. That was
See,
really well done.
I'm not understanding why. I'm not understanding why the heroes aren't backing out of those situations. Like you could very clearly see it on the villains where if they're disadvantaged, they back out. If it's a 3-on-2, they're not dealing with that and they back it out. And that's a smart play to make. I'm not seeing that from the heroes. I'm not seeing them backing out intentionally
It's called
when
confidence,
they're at a
Isaac.
disadvantage.
They're overconfident.
You think so? You think it's an overconfidence thing, Ninja?
I definitely think so. Knowing Blade, he probably went into this match saying this is gonna be easy.
Yeah, man. Like I just I'm not getting that from the heroes. I don't understand why they would be making those plays like that. It doesn't really make sense
I
to me.
think there's also the feeling of holy heck, we're down now. What is it? Nearly 20 points. We really need a kill here, and sometimes you just think, oh man, I can pull this one off. I don't think he's gonna be able to get me.
Yeah, that's true, man. That's true. But I mean, this team they're a good team, so you can't really do a 1v3 type deal on these types of players. Like that's tough to do.
They tried
So
to make a little bit of a change here. Blade switching over to Luke, maybe a little more comfortable with Luke than Obi.
yeah, they need to, man. They need to make some type of change here because this lead that's pretty that's a pretty intense lead that the villains have right now. So let's see if they can catch up the heroes, but they got a lot of work cut out for them.
From what I'm
Yeah,
seeing, I think the problem with the heroes is team Fierce is trying to do exactly what he did when he played with Manny. He's trying to support Manny when really he should be the one on the offense, and everybody else should be backing him up. And
Yeah.
that's not what's happening here. What's happening here is Devastator's kind of trying to make plays, and then Fierce is trying to capitalize on his plays. But Fierce is the fastest one out of all of them there. So why is he trying to back him up when he should be leading the front?
I agree with you, man. Yeah, between all of these players right now, I would really have expected to see Fierce being the one taking the charge, and then having Devastator and Blade play behind Fierce. I think there might be kind of like a little bit of an identity confusion, a little bit, because when you think of Blade Ninja, and this is just from old school, you
great
think
saber.
like you think a tank, when you think Blade, so maybe that's kind of, I don't know, maybe that's playing with the team dynamics a little bit. But just so we say that the heroes do pick up a couple of kills there, so that helps their cause out a little bit.
Yeah, I think people maybe. Oh,
Man,
great
Ajax
kill
is
by-
deadly with that. He's doing some real good kills with that. I'm a little
And that-
surprised too that go ahead, Josh.
I was gonna say that's where the ping killed the RT swap.
I think that was a
Nice.
mistake.
Yo, did Sony spawn in his R2?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a big mistake right there, yo.
Maybe he's trying to go for the swap, but I think what I was gonna say is I think that there's like almost this misconception now that you have to fit a role
Mhm.
almost. I think from what I've been seeing and watching even the past couple matches, maybe you just need to let your best player be the tank. Even if
Yeah.
they're not a naturally aggressive player, like we always talk about, oh, are they naturally aggressive, naturally defensive? Maybe you just need to let your best player be the tank. Like for us, maybe we just need to let you be the tank. Because the experience and the ability to ramp around the map and to be able to put pressure on in ways, if you're just a faster player, then maybe it's more about the pressure that you can put on, not necessarily if you're naturally aggressive or not.
Right. Yeah. I think with certain teams and dynamics like that, like if you clearly have somebody who is probably the best player on your team, you're gonna want to allow them to kind of take charge type deal and just play behind what they're doing. So you do bring up a good point in talking about that. So just as a score update, by the way, it is 44-23 currently. This is honestly very surprising to me, and I think it's surprising to all of us to see this much of a score differential. It's pretty shocking, to be honest with you.
Yeah, and I do think that like
Josh,
we
if
did
I
know that.
sorry, I'm not even trying to cut you off. I think you're incorrect. I don't think the tank isn't just because he's naturally good at attacking. The tank, he has to plan out how he attacks. You just don't go for a kill because you know you can get the kill. You have to put an account to who your teammates are. First of all, are they fast enough to catch up to you? Can they be there? Should you rush this? I mean, it's not just going in and like because you're the best player or you're just mechanically gifted. It's the whole thing of like timing, man. It's really hard when you don't really have the experience from fast-paced matches. But if you were fortunate enough to get that back in the day, that's how it works, man.
Man,
And
Ninja, I'm just blown away by the score right now, man. It's 46-25, Villains in the lead, and
I'll,
wow. Oh, I'm surprised they didn't pick up that kill on Fierce. That should have been an easy one. Fierce. Wow, Fierce. Fierce got lucky on that one, to be honest with you. 46-27 right now. Score update.
and I
Little
think
46.
DO there.
46-28. That's what they need right now, man.
I was gonna say, I think that we knew that Blade was the wild card,
Mm-hmm.
and the match was gonna ride or die with how he performed. And not that he's playing bad. It's just I don't think he's playing to the standard of the I mean, basically he had to be better or as good as Ajax.
Yeah, I definitely think that's true. So far based on this round two, I would have also liked to have seen a little bit more from Devastator. To be honest with you, man, I feel that his play maybe it hasn't just been up to par in this round. I guess specifically, at least from what I'm seeing, like I feel like he's just getting. There were a couple of instances where Huey was just kind of marking him off, and he wasn't really able to do much with his team.
To be fair
you
to
know,
him, if you're getting marked by Huey, you're probably not going to get past Huey.
Yeah, but I mean, at the same time, though, I mean, you got to find a way around that. If on your team you're kind of casting that same type of mold as Huey, you got to find a way around somebody that's marking you off like that to help your team out to the best of your capability. Because I mean, I always Devastator's type of play to me is very similar to Huey's. He's a very intelligent player. So if he's not working within his team context, then he's limited in some degree. At least from my experience with Dev.
For sure, but his problem is he's getting isolated, and he's getting isolated by someone who's probably smarter, maybe not smarter, but at least faster in the game than he is. Because I think Dev is a very knowledgeable player when it comes to knowing what angles to take, what strategies to approach. But
Right.
Huey knows just as much and is faster.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys saw that, but Blade and Ajax just had like a little minute 1v1. I'm not sure Blade is caught up to speed, man. There's a couple of things I would have done different if I were Blade. I think Blade is having a tough time trying to capitalize and make plays as a hero. It's much harder to make a play with a hero than it is with a villain. The choker takes a huge effect on that. You're going to see on villains, they're going to turn up because Blade is he's just gifted with the choker, but I think the problem in this was Blade trying to make plays. He's just getting dominated every time he's trying to go on offense.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Hey, Ninja, do you honestly think that maybe if Blade and his team had gone villains first, that maybe the score differential would have been a little bit different?
I would say so, because sad, but the truth is Ajax's heroes are they're horrible, man. I don't know if you guys have played against Ajax when he's heroes. He's like a kid with candy, man. He doesn't know what to do.
Damn, Ninja.
Goodness gracious. Ajax
being honest.
have flames on him, man.
Yeah.
They could still win. Don't get me wrong. The heroes can still win. They should have made Fierce the playmaker on heroes and let Blade do his thing on villains. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I get you, man. I mean, it will be very interesting to see what happens when these two teams switch. But I think this is to the point now where it's like almost like a lead too far gone if it stays like this. And I think their confidence is really going to be hit hard going into the next round if they
Just look,
can't get past
Isaac.
30.
Look at the atmosphere now. Look how they're playing. They should have played like this from the get-go.
That's true. They should have, man. But
The
you
whole
know,
tempo had just drifted.
if they can get past 30, man, they might have a chance. Like I say 35.
Oh,
You just
Just
Fierce
switch
like
the
just
that,
two out.
Chris picks up 2 kills. They're at 30 now. It's 47 to 30.
Don't get me wrong, Blade. It's not like he's playing bad. He's just, first of all, everybody except maybe Devastator has been playing since they got back. So Blade is
Mhm.
probably like the one that hasn't had enough time, but he's been playing, man, with the fastest paced players. So just give him a little bit more time, and I think he'll be right there.
I agree
yeah.
with you, man.
Just
I
gotta get
do.
some. It's like in like any sport, like you just gotta get some real live game time under your belt before you
I
really.
mean, as Ninja commentated though, like this is the way the heroes are playing now. Much to your credit, Ninja, and much to your observations. Like this is how I originally expected them to play. Just to say that Devastator gets picked off really easily there by Ajax. Um, Ajax has been doing really well with that Vader in terms of opening things up because again, what that does is it creates a dynamic where it's like a 3-on-2 type deal.
Oh,
Mm,
uh, this is a tough
this
one
is
for the
I'm
heroes.
gonna be the tiebreaker.
yeah, this is going to be a bad one right here.
Good
Yup, they
pickup by
get a kill.
CAAMEN.
They got to go after that hero now at this point.
What's the score now? I think they need like two.
It's
Oh, one kill. Wow.
49. Yeah.
Yeah, 49 to 31.
If they can
Mm.
pick off maybe 3 to 4 kills, I think they'll be fine.
No, I was gonna try to go for it to end it.
Yeah,
Blade's
I
just
think the
trying to
villains
clear
right
it
here.
out.
They just need to put their foot down and end it. As fast as they can. This is a really good score to have.
Blade does remember how to run. He actually swapped in the arena too. That was well played. Got some extra stamina.
Just
Was
because
able
of
to
the whole tempo switch, if you notice, the villains are just. I think they're getting impatient. Most of the kills have been like either they missed a blink block or they got there a second too late or they rushed to the kill because they had a choke and when they should have just backed off, they went for it. Um,
Yeah, and that could be a credit to what you were saying earlier about Splinter's particular style of play, like him being maybe a little bit more impatient. Ajax too, honestly, man. He grew up in a no force community where it was kind of like full throttle. That's their type of culture. So he may not also like this type of really patient type of gameplay. I can't really speak to Huey.
they're
I think he could
sandwiched.
play patience, but I think
True.
he'd prefer to kind of get things done.
He gets annoyed.
Huey
Yeah.
The
Huey
villains don't
can
want to take
play
any
patient,
chances
but
here.
yeah, it's not preferred.
They're
Okay.
just trying to
I don't
take
think
with
I
their
can
this
prove it.
last kill.
Unless
Yeah, so then I think going into the next round, what Blade, Dev, and and his team need to do is they need to try and play this thing a little bit more patiently to kind of counteract this aggressiveness that Ajax and his team are displaying currently right now.
Yeah, the villains really don't want to engage right now. You can see they're just trying to. Fierce took a saber throw earlier, and I think they're just trying to finish him with a saber throw.
I was expecting the way they're playing from the get-go. It's that overconfidence factor, man. It kind of comes into it. Like for example, when Naga and I played in the finals, like we were a little bit overconfident with the lead, and then we swapped Choker and Maul. Those three,
Mhm.
4 kills that they got made a big difference in like that little second round.
Oh,
But
this is game here. Yeah,
And just like that, the round is over. Villains 50, heroes 31. That's
so 19 kill deficit. Okay.
that's a 90. Yeah, that's. I mean, you want to say that I'll go ahead and restart the map, by the way. You want to say that
Please do.
like you can potentially see Blade and his team coming back and stuff, but oh, you restart, thanks. But that's gonna be a tall task, to be honest with you.
Isaac, I agree and disagree because Um, heroes on the no force side, like I've seen a couple matches when I saw Vode and Viking play. I feel like on the villain on heroes, like either they use the tactic like they use a double Ayla or strong dash attacks is what they preferred. But I'm pretty sure,
Yeah.
right? You can't do Luke and Ahsoka or Ayla at the same time, can you?
no,
No, I think you could, man. But I mean, look at these scores right now, man. I mean, Blade 6-17, Devastator 4-12. I mean, these are not the scores that you're accustomed to seeing. And I think if I were one of those players looking at those scores, either you get motivated by that or you get deflated by that looking at a score like that. So I think it all depends on their mentality. You know, how well they respond mentally to this challenge is how well they will end up playing, I think, in this next round.
Devastator already throwing his saber without his team. I think he's anxious. He's ready.
Yeah,
He
yeah,
wants to
yeah, you
turn
can,
up.
yeah. You can kind of know kind of
Yeah,
the
he's not
energy
having
of these
fun at
players.
all this round. You can kind of just tell the way he's been playing.
Hmm. Well, earlier he was commenting too about some lag issues, and he was like commenting in text and stuff about
Well,
him needing to
excuse
disconnect
me.
and things.
I mean, he is in Cali, man. Yeah, isn't this a NYC server?
This
Yeah.
is this is, and that's what we were all talking about earlier.
Yeah, and Blade is also lives in Cali, so
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
And
and
Ajax, I mean, Ajax is in the UK, so basically we have a whole lot of high pings. Splinter might be the closest to
that's
NYC.
the one thing you got to kind of take into factor when you're playing this game too. Like, know where you're
yeah.
playing. Like, for example, the other day, like we were playing in the LA server, and even
Hmm.
myself, I had to slow down the tempo because I couldn't do what I wanted. So I'm not just gonna.
It's
Yeah.
You should think and be like, nah, I'm not gonna throw myself to this death.
Yeah. It's crazy how much like the ping difference makes because when I play in Dallas, my blink blocks need to be like immediate, like I have no room for error. If I'm playing in NYC, I have like a half second like margin that I can work with. Um just from the like it's noticeable. Like it's crazy how that works.
So let's see how this plays out here because Fierce had already a really good save, so that was good. And it looks like Blade
Blade
yeah,
couldn't
Blade
pick up
didn't
the
get that
trade.
choke in right, man. He accidentally choked his teammate.
I don't think.
So
I think they should have put Devastator on the choker. I don't think that choke just kind of displayed where Blade's kind of at right now.
yeah,
He would never miss a choke like that, man.
it's again. This is like, well, I mean, just as we say that they get a really nice set of kills there. It's 4-1 right now. Villains in the lead by 3 points, but yeah, man.
But I
I,
kind
I think I, I think either Fierce or Dev maybe should have taken the choker. I mean, it's kind of a toss up though, honestly, with their team a little bit.
yeah, I'm gonna tell you. I think never mind. Like I thought about it. Blade at his maul is like it's pretty bad, bro. So yeah,
Hey,
he's
there's
not
the first
he's
Well, I
not
step.
mean,
Dodge.
I mean,
it's
historically, he's been known as a
bro.
Vader, man. So
He
I
didn't
mean,
get the title of like best Vader of all time because or best choker of all time because he was a good maul. The man never was. It's either Anakin or Vader for him. It's not Maul, believe
mm,
me.
yeah. So I mean, that's the thing too. Is that I mean, while you could switch it up, you'd really be putting
Yeah.
Blade really at a huge disadvantage, and that could end up just messing up the team even more.
What's the score update, real quick,
I
for
think
this
it's
side?
4-1.
4-1.
Yeah, it's 4-1 right now, man. Villains in the lead by 3 points.
If they can keep a lead like this, I think they got it in the bag.
Mm.
It's gonna be a
Yeah,
hard lead though.
and they're gonna milk this
Good choke
past
by
the
Blade with a
Blade,
great choke. Yeah.
and he missed.
He misses.
Oh my
Oh
goodness.
man.
Oh, I'd be
Damn.
raging if I was him, man.
Damn. That was just yeah, man. He had that right there, man. He just totally missed it, man.
He
Yeah.
wouldn't have got it anyways. That would
Well,
be
I
nice.
mean, but that's true, but I mean,
But still,
even
they still missed the really easy thing.
yeah. I think that messes with your head a little bit too. Like you're missing
It
all
definitely
these,
does. It
you're
definitely
missing these
does.
confirmed kills, you're choking your teammate, it's like
His
I
team
think
was
that
around
messes with
him.
you.
It was kind of pick off the one you have choked, and then your teammate's gonna follow up on that.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
Ajax is throwing the droids.
let's see if he can recover here. I I will say, we've been really talking a lot about other players too, but I really want to give a shout out to Splinter as well. I think he had the highest KDR in his team on the last round. He's kind of being put in the position of a cleanup kind of type role a little bit more so, but he's been doing very well. Given that this man has just literally woken up and he just drank a Red Bull.
Great choke from Blade. He wasn't able to capitalize, but good choke. Caught Ajax off the stairs. Good push by Huey. Managed to tumble fierce, but Blade was there to cover him.
It looks like there's just a lot of standoffing right now going on. A lot of saber throws being exchanged, just a very kind of slow, methodical pace.
The villains don't want to.
Both teams want this win, man. You can just tell by the way they're playing this right now.
Fierce picks up a kill.
Huey in a little bit of a bad spot there, man. 3-on-1, is he able to clean it up? Not able to.
Well done.
That's just Fierce being the GOAT, bro. That's Fierce being the GOAT.
Deva knew he could do that because he knew Fierce had his back. He dashed in, managed to pick up the kill, knowing that Fierce was going to come make the save. He's going to have to heal, though.
So, yeah, man, again, back to the playstyle that we had noted a little bit earlier on when Dev and his team were on Heroes. This is the type of playstyle that you'd probably like to see them play throughout this round if they have any chance of winning.
They have to. They can't play aggressive because we saw they weren't built for the aggressive playstyle on the hero side. They just gotta play a little.
It's not
did the heroes destroy all the droids?
Like I said, Josh, it's a whole different aspect when you're rushing with heroes. It's not the same, man. It's not as easy. It's hard to make plays on heroes, man. Especially when there's a choker right there. That you can block, you can do whatever you want. The choker, once you choke, that's GG's.
Yeah. But I think it's even harder to it's harder to rush a passive villains team.
Oh, that's for sure.
Yeah, so I think that they're not gonna Ajax Huey came in not a very passive team.
That was a good
overall.
aerial by Splinter. Good choke. Did he save that? That's what I'm talking about. That's what we need to see from Blade. If Blade can do this the whole game, it's over.
Yeah, and so I was looking at Devastator there a little bit more, and I saw him trying to do some support play, but he just gets pushed out of the way, and he's unable to provide any support, So he ends up not being able to help his teammate out there as much as he would have probably liked to. So that's really important too. Like if you can. Yeah, if you can throw off a Devastator, by pushing him around a little bit and kind of just throwing him off his rhythm, I think that seems to affect him in some capacity. Blade misses that. Man.
Oh my goodness. Good
those are the type of plays, Ninja. Usually
I just gotta assume it's the ping, man. I'm trying to tell you. I wish people would have saw Blade when he was at his prime. I don't think most people could beat his villains, man.
No, dude, he was a phenomenal player back in the day. If you were to pair him up with, I would say, yourself and Fierce, that team is amazing right there. That's an amazing team, But yeah, Blade was, what we're seeing right now.
Oh, he went for the backslash. I think it connected. No, it didn't connect. Wow.
I think he had a block up. Oh,
Devastator with a nice saber throw. Fierce going in to clean it up. That was a great exchange of kills.
Oh, never mind. Good pickup. Good pickup.
Yeah, that actually played that really well.
Okay. Score update is 12-6. Villains in the lead by 6 points.
12-6. That's a decent start. If they could keep it up, I'm trying to tell you, Isaac, this team can easily take this dub. Villains is definitely the stronger side.
They could. I think villains are the stronger side for each team. To be honest with you, it kind of becomes a thing of which villains team is going to be the stronger team. Kind of in the end, we will see. Because like you said, I think Ajax's fault is that he doesn't really play as well as he could when he's on Heroes. I think he's really good with that Vader, but the Heroes needs a little bit of work.
Yeah, so it's holding him back from being considered one of the top players in the game. Because this Vader is undoubtedly one of the best Vaders.
The one thing I will tell you, they have what to counter that. Splinter, man. I don't know if you guys noticed, but Splinter's been going in at the right times, and most of the kills have been on Splinter. Like he's been catching him off guard, getting a couple aerials in. Man, the man is a tank. If they can support Splinter in his plays, I think they could easily come up quick.
Yeah.
It's all about Fierce being able to counter that, to be honest.
If the heroes are able to keep up like this, just kind of exchanging of kills like this, or even if it's like a 2-to-1 type deal, and they just kind of exchange it like that, I think they're still going to pull it out, man. Huey with a great push on Blade, able to throw him off there. Nicely done.
I don't think he thought that somebody would follow up on him there. That's kind of, from a player like Blade, that's kind of questionable.
Yeah, again, though, you want, like you said, like you want to assume, obviously, that it's like the server location, that it's the ping and stuff like that. I think it's also, he just needs to catch up to speed a little bit more too. But that's just a map awareness thing right there, man.
I think Blade might just want to switch over to Anakin just because of the block, man. He'll have a stronger block, and then it'll kind of slow him down and make him think before he rushes. Because once you're in that Vader, it's hard not to rush. Like once you see a ramp, but you can go for it. Your mind just says go for it. Like no matter what, it's really hard, man. You gotta discipline yourself with that Vader.
Man, I can't speak to that, man. I've never been a Vader main, so it's like I'm not really with it with that. If anything, I could do maybe a little Anakin here and there, but I'll just lean on you on that, man.
Is move to the courtyard.
Yeah, maybe let's see what the map location switch kind of does. Fierce going up top on the tower. That's not a bad.
What's the score, by the way? Oh, double push by Fierce.
He's gonna pick up
13 to
double?
8.
Yeah. Oh, they get all.
Damn, they cleaned that up right there, man.
That was a good cleanup.
Yeah, that's 16 to 8 right now. Villains in the lead by 8 points.
I think if they keep like a steady 3-on-1 like with this score, I think they'll win.
Yeah, that if they keep exchanging like 3-on-1 type deal or a 3-to-1 type thing, they could probably end up winning. But if the heroes do like a 2-to-1 kind of favor or swap it out like that, I think the heroes are gonna end up winning.
I'm using Rabbit's spectator view as a sky cam right now.
Oh, that's actually pretty smart, yo. That's actually pretty smart.
I mean, that's a good idea. Sort of.
The villains, what I have noticed is the villains have been... Oh, good choke by Blade. He's pushed away, but not in any danger. I've noticed the villain spacing is much better than their hero side, for sure. Blade's a little more comfortable with his Vader, not nearly like as clingy to Fierce.
See, I think Blade's doing the right thing and moving himself kind of a little bit more towards the jog roof area. It looks like he might be able to get some sneak kills in here.
Should pick this up. Oh,
I don't know what's going on.
In a bad spot now, though.
CAAMEN with the pickup.
Yeah, he gets to pick up real easy there. See, I was watching Blade, and his moves that he was doing was good strategic placement. It's just that he just didn't execute it.
What's the score now?
Should be 18-15?
18-11.
16 to 11.
I think the heroes made a good call on this swap. Trying to tell you guys, Huey is a tank. He's one of the few players that can go from a support player to just being full on aggro.
Yeah, he's kind of like I was talking to Josh about it. I feel like he's kind of like a Swiss Army knife type deal. He's kind of just like good at everything, really.
That's a good play. Unable to capitalize.
Good push by Ajax. That's a good follow-up.
That was smart by Blade not to go in and try and pick that kill up with an aerial, though, because he definitely would have been pushed and probably died immediately.
Splinter switching it up to
I'd really like to see Devastator turn up. I don't think Devastator has kind of put himself out there. I think he's trying to play this supportive role way too hard. He should really put himself up there.
Thing is, you really can't if Fierce is playing a little more aggressive, and Blade is not up to his standards with choking. Then it's going to be a lot harder for Deva to try and play a little more aggressive because someone's got to make saves.
See, I think to your point about Devastator Ninja, I think the thing that's happening is that I think Devastator likes to play behind a kind of like a tank type position type deal, and because there seems to be maybe a little bit of confusion between Blade and Fierce as to what kind of tank role between the two they're taking. Maybe Devastator's thrown off a little bit because of that or something, you know? I don't know, you know? So far the score is 19 to 11? Yes? Or was that 18? 19 to 11. Villains have the lead by 8 points.
Yeah, that definitely has to increase.
After losing by 19.
This is a surprisingly. How long has this match been going on now, man?
Good choke.
Really, really good
hour.
choke.
Where's the team to support? Yeah. See, their Devastator should have just saber through, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
He had that little split second to saber throw, and he decided to push.
That's not. I was looking at Huey in this instance, man, and Huey was doing the smart play in kind of marking Fierce off and allowing Fierce to kind of just focus on Huey, so that Fierce doesn't help his team, basically.
That's
that
what
was
Huey does best, man. He's the guy like you want to put in front. He's like that wall, like you want him to take somebody or like just be there to not so he nobody can rush you in a sense. That's what he does, man. He has that really aggressive role that a lot of people can't. They can't provide the pressure he puts. Like I don't know if people remember him on PS2, man, but if he were against Huey in any situation, it's kind of like, yeah, let me not be here. Let me get away from this guy. He's gonna crash me.
So I
Yeah.
never played with Huey before this because I didn't play PS2, and like his name, like he came into the server and like just randomly started playing like near the beginning when everyone was playing a lot, and I was like, oh, it's some bad player. He must be bad. Like, let me just rush at him. And then when you're getting smacked around by some bad player, pretty demoralizing. Killed it like countlessly by some bad player. It's pretty amusing. I really enjoy his name, especially because he actually thinks he's bad, even though he's one of the best players in the game. You know, it's just like
It's just him.
I'm gonna focus in a little bit more on Devastator here and kind of get a feel for kind of what he's been doing throughout. Let's just kind of see what happens here. Yeah, this is really slow paced right now.
oh,
Ooh, shoot. Dev with an amazing backslash on Ajax. Maybe that'll be a boost of confidence to his skill right now.
absolutely clapped him.
So Devastator's got to be
Good push
real
by
careful here, man.
Devastator. That was a really good
damn. Shoot. Okay. Dev's looks like he's starting to get into more of a rhythm here.
Just waiting for you to spectate
Oh,
him.
Ajax he picked him up. Not sure if he wasn't aware of Ajax.
I don't think he was aware of him, man. Yeah, I don't think he was aware of him.
When you're in these type of matches, man, you gotta be refreshing your map like a light, bro.
Yeah.
Switch off, switch on. Like you can't not looking at your map.
Damn, Ajax just slaps Fierce from the heavens right there, man. That was good.
And that's pretty crazy because Devastator, he's the type of player that will bait you thinking he's not looking at you, but as soon as you pop up in his radar, he just capitalizes on it.
Yeah, I was looking at him a little bit, and then it looked like he was starting to pick something up, and then he just I feel like he just kind of lost his rhythm again. He just got killed after that little 2 mini kill streak. So I wonder if that's been throwing him off a little bit. Is he kind of like a rhythm player to you, Ninja? In your experience?
Who, Devastator?
Yeah, Dev.
Back in the day when we just made the transition to the PC, when he had just recently joined the ranks, like he was always the player to push. He didn't really like playing patient. He liked making plays, but he was a good communicator. So he'd be the type of person, look, I'm going in. He'll let you know and then go right in, and then he's expecting you to either back him up or do what you can to help him out.
Yeah. We honestly haven't even talked about that, man. We haven't talked about, and this is to everybody here, we haven't talked about the communication aspect, whether or not these guys are mic'd up, who you think has better communication. I think that's a big role.
Did you guys just see that double saber by both of them? That was just awful. I think the Heroes are
No,
just having a
I
bad
didn't.
game.
Who are you talking about?
So Devastator pushed Ajax down, and he could have just aerialed him right then and there. He decided to throw his saber, and I think
Great
once
choke by Blade.
once he threw it, he hit him. But I'm not sure why he just
Oh
didn't
my
finish that
word.
off.
Poor he just got wrecked by
Well, he gets some good, Devastator gets a good kill right there, and the whole team gets some good kills right there. Score update right now: Villains 25, Heroes 17. They're not really getting beyond double digits though. It's kind of just single digit lead.
Yeah, they got it. They're playing it a little bit faster than they should at this point. Oh
Yeah,
wow.
it's ooh, Fierce with a great
Backslash, Fierce.
backslash. Yeah, he picks it up at least, but he's out. 2-on-2 situation now.
Yeah,
Good
Blade
push.
hasn't been as effective as he needs to be with Vader.
Devastator does a great backslash too on Ajax. There are a lot of backslashes these villains are throwing, man. Some good backslashing. Devastator gets a kill
Oh,
on Splinter. Nicely done. I think it's an 8
good
point
choke
lead
by
now.
Blade. There you go.
Gotta be
Okay.
careful. Spawn in, yep.
9 point lead by the villains.
Can they go on a little run here? Oh, and Splinter's block
So
dropped.
they
Oh my
need they
word.
need
10 point lead by the villains. They're starting
Villains
to
need
build it up a little
20.
bit now.
Heroes
Fierce
need.
literally just was
How
slapping
many
him with
do
a
heroes
combo. He
need,
was
by the way?
blocking him.
So they need 13. Heroes need 13 kills. Oh, he got the choke and then saber through. That's the one thing with PC, man. You gotta press your button. You can't press the buttons at the same time. It just throws everything off.
Yeah, I think this is the moment the villains need though. Right now, they finally got a double digit lead. They need to build on this, and they can't. eh, I wouldn't. They can't go back to a single digit lead. They got to build on that double digit lead.
The villains are kind of spread out here, healing in 2 different places.
Huey can be sick. He's by himself. They can capitalize on this. Good job, Devastator. That's what I'm talking about.
Nice.
Blade's got to watch his high
I'm trying
camp.
to
He's
tell
been
you,
on fire
Devastator's
for
the
a
one
while.
player I know that's always looking at his map.
He's came down now.
I think the heroes are getting a little frustrated. Like
Yeah, they just seem a little
they typically they get some good they get a little rush, they get like a 4 or 5 kill lead, and then they just kind of either they're getting too confident because of the score that they got on villains, or they just don't know how to counteract them playing
Oh.
I feel like
second too late. How is he
I
gonna play
would-
this? Oh, he's tumbled and killed. Blade
good
picked up the
choke by
choke.
Blade there, but a little. It kind of ends up being not really meaningful because I mean, they were there to save each other, the heroes. Yeah, I was looking at Blade earlier. Yeah, he's flying for his life. I was looking at Blade earlier on the octagon, and he had an opportunity potentially to choke somebody. I wonder if it was just a stamina thing. He didn't have enough stamina or something, but
That was well played though, because he knew he had to stay alive and couldn't risk another death. At this point in the game, every death matters.
That's communication takes a big part there because Blade was going in like to try to scrap, and then Devastator pushed him off. Oh, and then Devastator pushes his teammate down and gets him killed.
yeah, man, this is not looking good for Dev Fierce.
I think this
And,
might be an awakening call for the V team.
Yeah, potentially, man. They might need a loss, to really, really amp up the team. Amp up their individual skills and things like that, and their team dynamics. That's true. Blade put in 150, man. I mean, how much more motivation do you need to be able to take 150 from you, man? I mean, that's a lot of motivation.
Truth be told, with this, it's also prize money we're putting, but yeah, we both did bet on this. Like, yeah, I'm taking your money. That's basically what we went for here.
That's true, man. I mean, come on, right? Shoot.
Blade really thought he was gonna come out of retirement real quick and smack Ninja. Oh, good backslash by Deva. Well played. Manages to push away CAAMEN as he was trying to come in, make the save, and wisely does not aerial there. is
32
he was
to
not
24 on villains.
So
Yeah.
the heroes need 8 and the villains need 18.
I
So
think
it's
Devastator is forgetting that he's playing in NYC. He's not moving as quick.
yeah. Sometimes you're like, oh, I can blink block that, and then you forget I'm not playing in a server that I can blink block as well. And
Blade
nice
with a
choke.
great choke there. Nicely done.
Sabers though.
Good throw from
Ajax is
Fierce.
down. Are the villains going to capitalize? They do.
Needs to go
They're looking to
heal.
make a little run here.
Well, that's look at Fierce getting a little anxious. He's trying to push up there. It's funny when
Huey's just trying to stay alive.
so
They got to be careful for
uh,
arena spawn.
heroes need
No,
8
Ajax-
kills while villains need 16.
Heroes just need 12 kills.
Oh, heroes need wait, they need 12 kills, Jess? Wouldn't that be no?
They need
They need
32. They
eight.
need 7 kills.
31
7?
kills last time, right?
Oh, so
No,
I'm
Just need
sorry.
one more.
I think I think they need to go up to 33, right? Because didn't they have wasn't it 32 to clinch or 33 to clinch?
They had
No, there was
31
31. It was 3150. They need 32 to clinch. They're 7 away.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Okay. All right. Josh, you do the math for me, man. I'm horrible at math.
I'm trying to tell y'all, but y'all don't trust a woman's math.
Make them sleep on the couch, Rabbit.
Ooh, damn. Splinter. Just straight up. I
16
don't
now.
think Blade was even expecting that aerial attack right there, man.
Random aerials will always get you if you're not paying attention.
For sure. Yeah, I think this is starting to slip away from Devastator's team, to be honest with you.
16 kills comparatively to 6 kills.
I
They need
wouldn't
to
count
go
them
on.
out yet. They can slow it down and come up if they played smart. It's just
They could, man, but they just can't. They can't get past the double digits, man. They're not able to build on it. They just keep going back to the single digit lead.
They ate a saber from Huey too.
Yeah, they need a run. They need a good run.
If they can get 2 3-0s, I won't count them out.
I think the one thing is that the villains, like when they like get together, I guess maybe to like make a strategy or try to make a play, they kind of just they put themselves in the worst position, like at the worst.
Yeah.
Splinter with the kill on Blade, Ajax with the kill on Fierce. This is not the way the villains wanted this to go. Oof,
Yo.
that's a clean wipe.
So now they're down to 16 to 3. They need. So we're not looking too great for the villain side here.
3 more kills to clinch, right?
They're clinching. 2 kills this time.
Wow.
I mean, it's not over yet, and I'll ask your kind of opinions on the match afterwards, Ninja and Josh. But so far this has been pretty surprising to me.
By Blade, he drops it, but is he going? Yes, he does pick it up.
I'm really
Blade
not
gets the
too
kill on
surprised. For one, I think Blade being just coming back to the game, you put him in an NYC server where he still thinks he can do what he does in a slower paced gameplay now. Oh, good aerial by Blade, by the way.
Yeah, and Fierce actually
Damn,
did
that was nicely
really
done.
well. He marked Huey so that Devastator could pick up that kill on Ajax, and Huey couldn't come in and make a save. They do have him on a little bit of a split spawn here, so maybe they can take advantage of that.
Splinter's on platform with Fierce. Oh wait, Ajax and Splinter on platform. Oh, they're
And
all
they
on
lost their
platform.
advantage. They're all in now, yeah. Still a massive deficit. 13 kills to 3 kills, I believe.
They can definitely pick. I'm not gonna count them out yet if they can make a run now before they get a kill on them.
It all depends on that run, though, Ninja. They gotta really make a good run. Really make a good run.
Good push by Fierce, man.
Real bad spot there, too. I can't believe he didn't get dash attacked.
It's crazy because there's just so few players that can do what Fierce just did.
He just smacked Ajax with the saber, too.
The other thing I was gonna say is Blade's always like kind of far away from his team. and he's not really putting himself where he can actually do something. Like right now, he's kind of where you want to be, but he's in. You got 3 pushes right there. Oh, are they gonna pick it up? They picked it up.
Damn. Yeah. Yeah, it's almost like, he's putting himself in a situation where it's like, nice saber throw. Putting himself in a situation where it's like maybe he can make a play, and then it kind of ends up being where it's like, he just kind of got pushed and he gets killed, So it's just, it's like the execution. It's the execution part. Fierce gets a kill on Ajax. Okay.
Fierce kind of one on 2 right now.
Yeah, because Dev is trying to heal up and Blade's
pretty bold,
killing.
knowing that his team they need 1 more to lose, or 2 more, right? 1 or 2?
2 more to lose. 2 more to lose. 1 more to force OT.
I wonder if Devastator's team knows that he's healing by the arena. Like I wonder what the communication there is.
I think they're just trying to put as much pressure on him, keep him far away from him, so he
because it's kind of like a 2-on-3 right now. Blade's tumbled.
They just picked up Fierce.
Yeah.
Man, yeah, I don't know.
Tried to make it there, but he came a little too late. And
yeah, that's a communication thing with me, or for me, to be honest with you, is
a question from the community. Are you high as fuck right now?
Who, me?
Nah, Josh. Everybody thinks you're stoned, bro.
Never smoked weed a day in my life, bro.
Wait, is that it?
Yeah.
That's GG's, by the way.
Oh, that's wow. Okay. I'll go ahead and do the restart. So we wanted to get one of these players in for an interview, or potentially the whole team, right?
Devastator said he was going to. It's up to them though.
Okay.
Scores.
Josh and Ninja, I'm gonna end up leaving, but if you guys wanted to, you guys can do the interview with these players if you want.
Look at that score from Fierce.
Yeah, did any of you guys keep score, by the way, for the first round?
50 to 31. Oh.
No, like, alright, so somebody's gonna have to rewatch this.
Yeah.
Well, that's not. I don't. Devastator told me though that he wasn't going to do the stats anymore.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, from what he told me. But I mean, it's easily picked up though if you just rewatch the video and just look at the scoreboard. But all right, guys, I gotta go. I mean, that was an interesting match. I was a little shocked personally. I thought it was going to be a little bit closer. But really, really good win by Ajax, Huey, and Splinter. They did very well.
That was an interesting game. It comes down to one team came with giving it all, and then the other team they performed to what they. I didn't think they performed how they really should have, but overall, it was a good game.
All right, guys, I gotta leave. Thank you, Isaac. Ninja, for streaming. Thank you, Josh, for helping to commentate, and you as well, Ninja, as well, for helping to commentate. Good games to everybody involved, and thanks for watching.
Yeah. Are we gonna get anyone in here potentially?
Ajax is he said he's gonna come on here and give a little bit of some insight on the match.
Hello.
What's up?
And here's one of the winners of the match. So how was it? How do you feel?
I am exhausted. That's the most.
Dog, he hates me.
Wait, Ajax, do you have one of those players that plays with the stream up too?
So, I can't really hear Ajax. He's kind of cutting off.
Okay. I think it's fine now.
So,
wait, Ajax.
How was it?
It was excruciating. Like, I had to play so patient. Like, I am such a naturally aggressive person. I was like, nah, I don't know how I'm supposed to do this. It was painful. Blades, Vader, just like, he's always there. It was just it was a lot of pressure.
What's it called? One, I saw you turned up on villains, man. You had a good streak going on. What was the mindset there?
Mindset was to not let Huey down. So I was like, I'm just going to full ham on Vader and just see what happens.
So don't let Huey down was the mindset you had throughout that
Yeah,
whole.
pretty
It-
much.
Here's the thing. That's not normally his mindset, but about 30 minutes before the match, I came in and I was very rarely, and I told him, "You've never seen me like this before." I was openly, competitively talking in the DMs, and I think he was going in with the intention of fun and stuff until I talked to him and told him strats and shit, and then at that point he realized, oh, he wants to win.
That what's it called? Isaac was saying he was shocked at the performance of your opponents. How do you guys feel on that end? Do you think your opponents were ready for what you guys gave to them, or is it like you don't think they were at their best?
I think Blade kept trying to run. Huey did warn me about it, but Blade kept trying to run around me on Vader, but he clearly wasn't prepared for my turning speed because I got him quite a few times and he was trying to do that. I just wasn't having it.
I know you had that little boost confidence every time you killed Blade, because as soon as I saw you kill him, you would just full out rush the rest of the team like it wasn't shit,
Yeah,
man.
I
was
can't
like,
lie. Killing Blade felt good.
I'll be honest, I didn't tell him everything, but I did tell him Blade's still not used to fast turning Vaders, so I told him to abuse that. And my thought from that was, Ajax loves killing people that he thinks are bad. So
No, I didn't. I like killing people that I think are better than me and that are bad, and he fell into the better category.
there you go. So I told him to abuse that with the mindset of, if I can get Ajax to abuse Blade and get his confidence high up, then he would do exactly what I want him to do on Choker. Most times, if you see me choking instead of Ajax, there's two reasons. Either one, he's bored and he's not taking it seriously, or two, he's not feeling confident, which is the only time I will force him off of Choker.
so.
Yeah.
Any last comments you guys want to add in before we end the stream?
Yo, Ajax.
Yeah, we're coming for your ass.
What was that?
Make sure you go back and watch this stream because there's some pretty funny things said.
Truth be told.
What did Ninja say? Yeah, something very, very along the lines of your heroes are garbage.
They are.
My heroes are garbage. I'm not even.
He knows
I'm not sad about that.
It's like when you give a little kid candy, he doesn't know what to do with it.
My plan with these two have been very much on villains. I'm going to support Ajax. On heroes, I'm going to support CAAMEN.
There you
Yeah.
go.
That was really well played. You guys executed that strategy really well.
On heroes, no offense, Ajax, I love you, but on heroes, you're dead to me. You're nothing.
Well, there it goes. They gave their inputs, the winners of the match. So, that was a good run, guys. I hope the next match you guys have, you play just like that, because it was fun watching you guys.
Thanks, guys.
All right, guys. That's the end
Bye.
of the stream. GG's again.
Yep.
Peace.